Welcome to this training dedicated to managing users, groups, and permissions in Digiparc. In this module, we will explore how to efficiently configure access, assign roles, and ensure optimal security within your organization. Thanks to Digiparc, you can structure access rights by department, define precise permission levels, and control every action performed within the system. The goal is clear: to provide smooth, secure, and fully customizable management tailored to the structure and needs of your company. Through this training, you will learn step-by-step how to configure the basic repository, create user groups and their roles, define permissions by module, manage fleets and subfleets according to access scopes, and finally, grant secure mobile access to your field collaborators. Step 1. Master data, the foundation of Digiparc. Before any access configuration, start with the repository, the true backbone of ERP. In the company master data, you can add suppliers, client, garage, bank, leasing, etc. Each module, fleet, staff, transport, finance, etc., also has its own dedicated repository. The repository is the central database of Digiparc. All configurations are based on this information, and if an item is missing, you can add it yourself without technical assistance. Step 2. Creation of groups and definition of roles. Let's now create the user groups, each representing a department or function. In this example, we will create 4 main groups: HR, GPS, transport, accounting, and of course an admin group with full permissions. Each group will have a specific role in Digiparc, with access and permissions tailored accordingly. Step 3. Permission configuration. Go to the Permissions menu, then filter by group. For the HR group, select only the Personnel module and grant full access. Access, consult, add, edit, delete, recap, filter, export. Print. On other modules, such as Fleet, access is limited to view only. Objective: manage personnel and their documents without interfering with other departments. For the GPS group, we grant full access to the geolocation module. However, in the Fleet module, access is limited to viewing only, with no modification rights, except for the Assignments interface, which allows linking drivers to vehicles. Objective: allow the GPS agent to manage the geolocation of their vehicles while restricting data access to their own scope only. For the transport group, we enable full access to the transport fleet, reference, and telematics modules to manage clients, routes, and trips. These users can also view GPS information and costs. For the accounting group, the purchases, finance, stock, and reference modules are fully accessible, allowing management of orders, invoices, and payments. Finally, the administrator group has full access to all modules and interfaces without exception. Good to know! The dashboard can be enabled or disabled depending on the user groups. To enable its display, go to the Permissions menu, select the Fleet module, search for Some Fleet Dashboard, and check the corresponding option. In this example, I chose to enable the display only for the HR and accounting groups. Step 4. Creating and assigning users. We will now create 4 users and assign each of them a different role. To create a user, go to the Users feature, click on Add New User, and enter the required information. User 1, HR Manager, Group HR. Save the user. And there you go. Access has been successfully added for User 1. Enter and complete the information for User 2. User 2, GPS Agent. Group, GPS. Save the user. On the user profile, you will find restriction settings that precisely control what the user can see. GPS vehicles visible, for example, only 2 assigned vehicles. Fleet vehicles visible, for example, a maximum of 4 vehicles. No visibility on other clients or fleets. User 3, Furton, Transport Manager. Group, Transport. For this user, if they are a client of your company, you can grant them client-level access to view their vehicles or transport-related routes. User 430 Accountant, Accountant. Group, Accounting. Saved, access has been successfully created. Full access to the finance, purchases, and stock modules. Can create vouchers, validate invoices, and record payments. Objective: centralize financial management and ensure accounting compliance. Administrator, Group, Admin, full access to all modules and reference data. You can assign the same group to as many users as needed. There are no limits. For example, 5 field agents can belong to the GPS group. Each will inherit the group's permissions, but you can individually customize restrictions, vehicle groups, GPS, or clients from the user profile. Step 5. Testing actual access. Once everything is configured, let's move on to the demonstration. Log out of the administrator account. Log in with the HR user. They see only the personnel module with all its interfaces active. In the Fleet module, they can view vehicles but cannot modify or delete anything. Other modules do not even appear in the menu. Log out, then log in with the GPS user account. He has full access to the geolocation module, can view his 2 authorized vehicles, track their real-time positions, and review all operations related to these vehicles. He can also access historical trips, alerts, and several other related features. All other modules remain restricted. Finally, log in with the accountant user. He can record payments, verify invoices, and monitor cash flow. Access to the Fleet module is limited to viewing only. Back to the administrator account. Full access with the ability to view the operations log and monitor each user's actions, additions, deletions, logins, etc. This sequence demonstrates the accuracy and reliability of Digiparc's authorization system. Everything is smooth, consistent, and transparent. Step 6. Deactivation and traceability. If a user leaves the company or changes position, go to Users, uncheck Active to deactivate their account. Their access is instantly blocked, but all past actions remain fully traceable. In the Personnel module, you can link each user to an internal employee. If the person is a driver, check the driver box. They will automatically appear in the Assignment module. If the user is a workshop technician, check workshop staff. They can then be selected as an operator in a maintenance operation. This link strengthens the consistency between HR management and user access control. In Digiparc, the management of fleets and subfleets allows you to structure and secure data access according to each user's scope. This feature is especially useful for multi-site companies, multi-department organizations, or clients using Digiparc in shared mode. Thanks to this configuration, you can limit a user's or client's visibility to 1 or more specific fleets. This way, they can only view and manage the vehicles and information within their assigned scope across all system modules. Creating fleets in the repository. Let's start with the repository, Digiparc's central database. Go to the Fleets interface, then add the name of each desired fleet or subfleet. For example, you can create a Casablanca fleet, a Tangier fleet, or a freight transport fleet. These fleets will later be used to group vehicles according to their site, department, or company. Assigning vehicles to a fleet. Once the fleets are created, go to the Assignments Vehicles module. For each vehicle, click Edit, then select the corresponding fleet from the drop-down list. Validate and save. Repeat this process for all vehicles to properly structure your fleet. Unquote. Each vehicle now belongs to its fleet, which will allow data to be filtered and displayed in a targeted manner. Fleet assignment to users. Next, let's move on to user management. From the Users feature, select the relevant user or client, then click on Edit General Information. In the Fleets field, choose the fleets this user will have access to. You can assign one or multiple fleets depending on their role or responsibility. Once saved, this user will automatically be restricted to these fleets across all modules. To verify the configuration, log out of the administrator account and then log in with the user you just set up. Since this user is a client, they are restricted to viewing only the vehicles assigned to them within their fleet. In the Fleet Vehicles module, only the vehicles belonging to their assigned fleet will be visible. The same principle applies across all other modules in the system. In Administrative-Vehicle Registration, only the registration cards of vehicles within this fleet are displayed. In Insurance or Technical Inspections, the data is also filtered according to the defined scope. Thus, Digiparc ensures secure, targeted management perfectly suited for multi-fleet organizations. Step 9. Creating a driver collaborator in the mobile app. Let's start by creating a new collaborator of type driver from the Personnel interface. Open the Employees interface, then click on Add Employee. Fill in the general information, including the role here, driver. Finally, click Save to validate the driver's profile. We will now assign this driver to their vehicle. Click on Add New Assignment, then select the primary driver. Next, assign the desired vehicle. Specify the assignment start date, and then click Save. To enable the collaborator to use the mobile application, go to the Users module and click Add User. Fill in the required information, then link this user to the previously created driver collaborator. Assign them to the drivers group. Save Mobile Access is now active. The driver will be able to log in directly to the Digiparc mobile application using their personal credentials. Once logged into the mobile app, the driver accesses a secure personal space. They can see only their own trips and missions. Each driver is confined to their own scope. They cannot view or interact with the trips or missions of other drivers. This separation ensures confidentiality, clarity, and reliability of field information, while providing perfect traceability for each mission. You now know how to configure, secure, and manage access in Digiparc. By structuring groups, roles, and permissions, you ensure a clear, hierarchical, and fully secure use of the system. Each user operates strictly within their scope. Every action is tracked, and the administrator maintains full control and complete visibility. Digiparc goes beyond fleet management. It is a comprehensive, intelligent, and scalable platform designed to enhance performance, privacy, and collaboration within your organization. Digiparc goes beyond fleet management. It is a comprehensive, intelligent, and scalable platform designed to enhance performance, privacy, and collaboration within your organization. Thank you for completing this training. You are now ready to leverage the full potential of Digiparc and manage your users efficiently and confidently.